Alright, next up, we've got some rust fixing to do. There's not too much on this van considering it's 20 years old. I've already obviously taken the plastic body panels off. It's just clips on the top. And on this one I just broke it off because these things are all rusty and I'll probably epoxy it back together or something like that. Yeah, obviously around the wheel arches. The wheel arch itself is done. That's all been painted up and sanded down and everything, and obviously the main bit as usual is like on the right angle to the body. I just need to do this bit now but it was hidden behind the body panel. I've already given it the old wire brush. I'm going to hit it with a flapper disc on the grinder, I guess, just to get a bit more off and a bit of this edge bit of paint, and then I'll have to clean it up, let it dry out, and then get it with metal paint, Hammerite in this case, it's good stuff, direct to rust paint. It's quite cool taking these panels off just to have a look. That's the only bit I've found. I assume this other side will be the same, but actually around here, around the door, is it's really good, surprisingly good actually. I can't believe this van is seen 20 years and it's from Switzerland, and it's got winter tyres on, as you can see. So it's been driving around in the salt and the snow and the grit. So pretty impressive really, but let's get on and fix this. Alright, just going to get the grinder ready to go. I'm going to hit it with this 40 grit flapper disc and see if I can just get most of the worst of it off. The paint I'm using, the Hammerite paint, is pretty good stuff. You could probably put it straight onto this, but it's not ideal. It's better to get it down to cleaner metal. This bit at the top's not too bad, but this bit here it's also a bit wet, so I need to dry it out. I wanted to show as well, this is the hardware that was holding it on. That goes into that hole from the back and screws into the panel itself. There's a piece of plastic to receive it. But these are well rusty. I had to obviously cut flats into them to get them out. It's not too bad, but it's obviously a point that's going to rust, so I might try and replace it with stainless hardware just to mitigate any rust starting again. I think that might be a bit overkill expensive, but I'm going to look into it and see about using stainless hardware on these sills, especially around the wheel arches, because that's the most vulnerable bit. If that goes, that's a good indicator that other stuff's going to start going afterwards. Alright, so it looks like ground down a little bit. Still needs cleaning up next, and then we'll get the paint on. It's a shame I haven't got blue paint, I've only got black paint, but I don't think you'll really see this behind the body panel anyway. Alright, so it looks like all painted up. It'll do for now, I think. It's not a perfect job, but it'll do until it needs welding one day. You can just get a little piece of metal, it's not too big, cut out this section and yeah, get it welded up, but I think that should protect it pretty nicely for now. I'll show you another thing quickly that I did. I took this door seal off, and this is pretty rusty, this bit, because this is the only part that comes in contact with water, because it's obviously where the seal sits. That's all been wire brushed off and sanded down and repainted, and this bit here, I took this bit of plastic off, and because again that's a place that's going to come into contact with moisture, and that's all been sanded and repainted, and it looks pretty good now. And yeah, that's definitely something worth doing. You just use this Hammerite kind of paint. Also underneath the door on the bottom, because that rubs against this, as you can see the like rusty marks, so that's another good place to protect.